Have you ever felt that you already know enough and don't need to learn more? What if I told you that true wisdom comes from letting go of pride and emptying your mind to receive new knowledge? Today, I'm sharing a story called The Empty Cup, a powerful lesson about humility, learning, and the magic of keeping your mind open. Stay with me, because this story might change the way you see yourself and the world around you. My name is Daniel, and for a long time I believed I was wise. I had read many books, achieved success in my career, and people often came to me for advice. I wore my knowledge like a crown, and my pride grew heavier with every compliment. But life has a strange way of humbling us. My lesson came from a simple man with a pot of tea. It was during a business trip to Japan. I had some free days, and one of my colleagues suggested I visit a Zen master who lived in the mountains. "He has wisdom that books cannot give," she told me. Out of curiosity, and perhaps a touch of arrogance, I agreed. When I arrived, the old man welcomed me with a gentle smile. His home was simple: wooden floors, paper walls, and a small garden outside. He invited me to sit while he prepared tea. I began talking about my achievements, my experiences, my knowledge. I wanted him to see how much I already knew. He listened quietly, nodding, never interrupting. When the tea was ready, he brought out 2 cups and began to pour. I watched as the golden liquid filled my cup. He kept pouring, and soon the tea reached the brim, then spilled over the edges, dripping onto the table, then onto the floor. "Master," I said quickly, "the cup is full. I can't take more." He stopped pouring, looked into my eyes, and said softly, "Like this cup, you are full of your own opinions, your pride, your knowledge. How can I teach you anything new unless you first empty your cup?" His words struck me like thunder. For the first time, I realized how blind I had been. I thought I was wise, but my pride had made me deaf to new lessons. I was not learning, I was only protecting my ego. That night, I couldn't sleep. His words echoed in my mind. "Empty your cup." When I returned home, I began to change. I listened more and spoke less. I asked questions instead of pretending to know everything. Slowly, I discovered that true wisdom was not about how much I knew, but how open I was to learning. Emptying my cup did not mean losing my knowledge. It meant making space for more, for growth, for humility, for truth. Today, whenever I feel pride rising in me, I remember the old man and the overflowing tea. I remind myself, a full cup cannot take more, but an empty cup can be filled with endless wisdom. So, what did we learn from Daniel's journey? Being proud of what you know can stop you from growing. But when you empty your cup, your mind and heart, you create space for endless wisdom, new experiences, and true understanding. Remember, a full cup cannot take more, but an empty cup can be filled with the treasures of life. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that teach life-changing lessons.